Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, January 23rd at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 723 headlines from 108 fees we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Investigation finds 33 missing children in Southern California, FBI says. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Capitol rioter charged with threatening to assassinate Congresswoman. No way McConnell has had a post-Trump epiphany, political scientist says. Priest who attended pro-Trump rally head of Capitol insurrection is suspended from post and may be defrocked. Trump ally Tom Cotton accused of making misleading claims about military service. Biden reeled in a record-breaking $145 million in dark money. Biden on collision course with Saudi Arabia that could upset Trump's alliance against Iran. The wife of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny is arrested as mass protests defy Putin and call for his release from prison. Dr. Fauci says pressure from Trump had chilling effect on White House coronavirus scientists. Exclusive, notorious Albanian gangster smuggles mobile phone into British prison cell to post birthday wishes to family. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Justin Bieber reflects on 7-year-old DUI arrest, thanks God for progress, TMZ. 33 missing children rescued in Los Angeles trafficking operation, NBC News. Coronavirus, officials may close airport to keep out coronavirus mutation, The Jerusalem Post. Deshaun Watson reportedly prefers trade to jets, New York Post. Capitol rioter charged with threatening to assassinate Rep. Ocasio-Cortez, CNN. 2021 AFC Championship, here's how Andy Reid's initial staff with 1999 Eagles is still impacting the NFL today, CBS Sports. Pope again cancels appearances due to nerve pain, the Associated Press. I mean I like him, Steve Harvey approves of Michael B. Jordan, for now, USA Today. Congress is going to do what Congress does, Biden administration confirms hands-off impeachment stance, Politico. Someone in Michigan just won $1 billion, NPR. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Cop son who punched officer at Capitol attack has a brother in the Secret Service. Man arrested for Capitol riot involvement threatened to assassinate Rep. Ocasio-Cortez. Democrats start reining in big expectations for immigration bill. Photographer behind Sanders meme, I'm not going to be putting this in a portfolio. Supporters' words may want Trump at impeachment trial. In first days, Biden flashes action as deep problems await. Grand Canyon tour bus rolls over, leaving 1 dead and 2 critically injured. Broadcast legend Larry King dead at 87. What's the deal with the bad political fanfic tweets? I adopted a dog to feel less alone during COVID-19. He ended up changing my life. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Couple accused of making fake bomb threats. Leaders react to death of Henry Hank Aaron. Former nun starts dating during pandemic. Catering company focuses on to-go huts. Winning $1 billion lottery ticket sold at Kroger. Band donates $50K to an Indiana workforce board. City orders 4 bars to close for at least 30 days. 10 city provides people experiencing homelessness with safe camping. Officials try to stop out-of-state vaccine seekers. Missing woman's SUV found in river. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Alexei Navalny protests, live updates. An incredible scale of tragedy, U.S. records 25 million virus cases. Bombing at California church known for its anti-LGBTQ views. Is there a small business that's special to you? How Alvin the Beagle helped usher in a Democratic Senate. Biden seeks to define his presidency by an early emphasis on equity. How newsmakers and news hosts are remembering Larry King. Larry King, breezy interviewer of the famous and infamous, dies at 87. Hank Aaron interview, I recognize that I had a gift. Joe Biden, watchdog-in-chief. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. McCarthy raises concerns about Cheney impeachment vote, future in leadership. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers' recent conference title game appearances tell different stories. Oregon Governor Brown criticized for plan to vaccinate teachers ahead of elderly to reopen schools. California ignores public records request, keeps coronavirus data hidden. Hank Aaron's death prompts calls for Brave to change their name to this. Biden administration defends removing Churchill statue from Oval Office. Harmon's 22 points sends Oklahoma past number 9 Kansas 75-68. Sasser, Grimes lead number 8 Houston past Temple 68-51. Mahoney scores 20, leads number 11 Creighton past number 23 UConn. FA Cup holder Arsenal eliminated, Man City survives scare. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, January 23rd. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Stimulus check latest, parents could receive monthly payments with expanded child tax credit. Woman confronted for refusing to wear mask at California Safeway pulls knife on workers. Can you be fired for refusing COVID vaccine if your employer requires it? Bills Chiefs preview, Patrick Mahomes says he's clear to play in AFC Championship. Video, black teens wrongly accused, detained at Target store. Customers at coffee shop pay it forward with sticky notes, buying hundreds of drinks for strangers. Ice yoga, the ultimate in mind over frozen matter. NFL exec, inviting 7,500 healthcare workers to Super Bowl is meant to bring a bit of joy to those who have saved so many lives. Texas Narcotics Task Force takes large quantities of fentanyl, illegal guns, marijuana, codeine and cash off streets. MLB Hall of Famer Hank Aaron dies at age 86. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Craig Brown, this is not the Patricia Highsmith that I remember. From Raven Milani to Olga Groshin, Christopher Wilson and Belinda Beller, this week's best fiction. Piers Morgan, vegans are not better lovers, Pamela Anderson, but I'll happily test your theory. Celeste album review, The Hot Prospect in Pop, a mix between Billie Holiday and Whitney Houston. From the dig to twist and the lie, the best on-demand TV to watch this week. How to Spend $1 Trillion review, Rowan Hooper's prose style is clear and direct. Deborah Ross, a double dose of Keely Hawes, I know which one I prefer. Stephen Huff album review, there is nothing mawkish about Vita Breathe, nor is fun banished. Israeli healthcare group says coronavirus infections have plunged among vaccinated over 60s. The Masked Singer UK, John Thompson is revealed as Bush baby. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Top Lebanese hospitals fight exhausting battle against virus. Tunisia extends curfew, ban on protests as virus cases jump. 100 million doses in 100 days, how Biden's coronavirus vaccine push compares with those of other countries. How the pandemic lifted the lid on the Darwinian world of Japan sumo. Repeal of Trump's Muslim ban offers new hope to frustrated immigrants and long-suffering families. More than 2,700 arrested across Russia as protests swell for jailed opposition leader Navalny. What to know about Navalny's protest movement in Russia, and why it unnerves Putin. AP photos, marchers rehearse for India's Republic Day parade. Biden and the West face the threat of far-right extremism. Denmark's Pence Dubai flights amid doubts over virus tests. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus hive news, Spain's defense chief quits over alleged vaccination queue jumping, UK records 1,348 deaths, Israel begins vaccinating teenagers. Watkins and Tratter on target as via pile pressure on Bruce and Newcastle. Senate Republican threatens impeachments of past Democratic presidents. President Biden and Boris Johnson share hopes for end to COVID in first phone call. One winning ticket sold for $1.05 billion Mega Millions lottery jackpot. Larry King, talk show titan who lit up worlds of politics and showbiz. Biden urged to commute sentences of all 49 federal death row prisoners. U.S. man charged with threatening to assassinate Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Kenneth Brown now to play Boris Johnson in TV drama about COVID crisis. Chaos of Trump's last days in office reverberates with fresh plot report. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. FBI, Texan charged in Capitol riot tweeted assassinate AOC. Arizona Sheriff's Office investigating fatal tour bus crash. DuPont, Chemours reach agreement over forever chemicals. Insurers add food to coverage menu as way to improve health. Sheriff, report, naked Florida man stole, crashed police car. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Alexei Navalny, more than 2,000 detained in protests across Russia. COVID, Italian PM brands vaccine delay unacceptable. Christina Ariel, Star Wars supports High Republic host after racist abuse. Larry King, veteran U.S. talk show host, dies aged 87. Navalny protests, supporters arrested in string of protests across Russia. Larry King, U.S. TV legend who hosted 50,000 interviews. Sri Lankan minister who promoted COVID syrup tests positive. Loyal dog 6-day wait for poorly owner outside Turkish hospital. Tokyo 2020 Games may have to be held behind closed doors, says Lord Go. National Guard, President Biden apologizes over troops sleeping in car park. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. AP Top Stories January 23, 5 p. Coronavirus updates. 17% of U.S. has been infected, model estimates, Capitol Police, National Guard outbreaks reported. Doctor said she wouldn't survive COVID-19. After 25 days on a ventilator, she's renewing her wedding vows. Larry King, legendary talk show host, remembered. Police used tear gas to disperse Congress rally. Biden's education department looks to ditch creditor of seemingly fake school. Ohio man stole a coat rack in Capitol riots, another brought a bottle of bourbon, court records say. The day in pictures. Yulia Navalnaya and hundreds of protesters detained. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Giving second COVID-19 vaccine shots may reduce supply for people seeking first dose. Controversial El Monte church damaged by homemade bomb, FBI investigating. Column, here's how I broke through and got a COVID vaccine, let's hope it gets easier. Could a homegrown coronavirus strain be partly to blame for California's surge? Young LA vaccine chasers crowd unofficial standby lines in hopes of a shot. Winter storms in Southland threaten debris flows. News analysis, California educators give Newsom's COVID-19 school plan a failing grade. Borderline bar and grill in Thousand Oaks to be demolished 2 years after mass shooting. Alan Freeling, LA rabbi who fought for human rights and the marginalized, dies at 88. California's ban on flavored tobacco sales blocked as referendum qualifies for ballot. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, January 23, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Scottish nationalists lay groundwork for second independence referendum. Internet disrupted in Russia amid opposition protests. Taiwan reports large incursion by Chinese Air Force. Oak trees take root in Iraqi Kurdistan to help climate. One of the world's most wanted drug criminals, Setchilop, arrested in the Netherlands. Germany expected to put right-wing AfD under surveillance for violating constitution. Biden admin launches review of Trump decision to designate Yemen's Houthi as foreign terrorist organization. Police arrest over 1,000 at Russia protests backing jailed Kremlin foe Navalny. Jair Bolsonaro could face charges in The Hague over Amazon rainforest. After Brexit, Ireland and France cut out the middleman, Britain. Navalny's wife, Yulia Navalnaya, arrested in protests, linked to her Instagram with picture of arrest in comments. U.S. State Department applauds true friend India for gifting COVID-19 vaccine to several countries. The next headlines are from Forbes. Biden administration calls for unconditional release of Navalny, Russian protesters. Disasters, defeats and dismissals, trying to make sense of the turmoil at AS Roma. Jason Statham's most underrated actioner is Netflix's most watched movie. Oklahoma City Thunder's Isaiah Roby has shined with Al Horford away from team. McCarthy walks back Trump criticism and Cheney endorsement in struggle to unify caucus. Blue Jackets only win Patrick Lane trade if they win his heart. Rare good COVID news, hospitalizations drop for 10 straight days. Leisure travel has made this carrier the hottest airline on Wall Street. Undertaker gets intense backlash for calling WWE's product soft. What Soul's huge Christmas debut means for Disney+. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Why did the world's pandemic warning system fail when COVID hit? Are COVID vaccination programs working? Scientists seek first clues. Akito Arima, 1930 to 2020. Data helps an anti-rabies campaign go to the dogs. Chemists riff on melanin makes a rainbow. A material cracks barriers to asymmetrical toughness. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,681,286,324 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Larry King's best celebrity interviews, from Marlon Brando's kiss to Jerry Seinfeld's fit. How Inauguration Night star-studded Celebrating America spectacle came together in a pandemic. Kenneth Brown now to play UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson in Michael Winterbottom drama for Sky. Andra Day lost 39 pounds and infused her voice with pain to play Billie Holiday. Andra Day and Leslie Odom Jr. share memories about playing Billie Holiday and Sam Cooke. Euphoria leans on Flair and lets down its lead in new special, TV review. How brothers Jake and Connor Allen went from making home videos to shooting feature films. A true legend, Larry King remembered a sharp interviewer who was gracious and fun. Larry King, talk show titan, dies at 87. A Quiet Place 2 feat gets new release date. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Biden is Catholic, he also supports abortion rights, here's what that could mean. Fauci relishes a hallelujah moment. Who wants to be a billionaire? $1 billion winning lottery ticket sold in Michigan. Protests swell across Russia calling for the release of Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny. Veteran broadcaster Larry King dies at 87. What Trump's declassified Asia strategy may mean for U.S.-China relations under Biden. Opinion, Joe Biden's lifetime of experience. Parents with disabilities face extra hurdles with kids' remote schooling. How Biden's administration is prioritizing the COVID-19 pandemic. After Capitol riot, law enforcement officials try to remove extremism from the ranks. The following headlines are from The Week. China conducts unusual military flights in Taiwanese airspace. Plan to oust acting attorney general seen as Trump White House in a nutshell. Navalny's wife reportedly among more than 1,000 detained in nationwide Russian protests. 10 things you need to know today, January 23, 2021. Larry King, longtime radio and TV host, dies at 87. Schumer sets Senate impeachment trial timeline after reaching agreement with GOP. 6 peaceful homes in Rhode Island. The awesome power of America's CEOs. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Allegedly this week, Texas lawmakers tackle the budget. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. What the geology of Animal Crossing reveals. The next headlines are from Universe Today. You can actually see the Milky Way's wave when you map its stars. In theory, supermassive black holes could get even more supermassive. The universe in formation. Hubble sees 6 examples of merging galaxies. Virgin Orbit successfully launches a batch of satellites from an airplane. The happy face crater on Mars has been changing right before our eyes. Only 31 magnetars have ever been discovered. This one is extra strange. It's also a pulsar. The one place on the space station astronauts aren't supposed to clean. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, January 23rd. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Mercury's greatest evening elongation January 23rd to 24th. A moon rock decorates Biden's Oval Office. The Mars-Uranus conjunction of January 2021. China's Chang'e 5 mooncraft on a new mission, the Sun. Iodine thruster could help clear space junk. Moon in Taurus on January 22nd, 23rd and 24th. Will an iceberg twice the size of NYC break off Antarctica this year? Come to know Pleiades star cluster, also known as Seven Sisters. The next news is from Politico. EU jitters over US return to Paris Agreement. German Greens go nuclear over call to renew NATO vows. Biden's first 100 days. Feds, Texas man charged in Capitol riots threatened to kill AOC. Congress is going to do what Congress does. Biden administration confirms hands-off impeachment stance. McCarthy voices concerns with Cheney after impeachment vote. U.S. condemns Russia's arrests of Navalny protesters. Several governors order National Guard troops out of D.C. Larry King, broadcasting giant for half-century, dies at 87. Amazon's offering to help Biden's vaccine push. There may be a reason why. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Coronavirus updates live. UK COVID-19 strain found in 3 Australian open cases. Virus traces found in Sydney sewage. No local Victorian COVID-19 cases for 18 days in a row. RFS member charged with lighting 30 fires in NSW. Liberal and Labour MPs back changes to Australia Day honours system. For years, Venom had a dating rule. She broke it when she met Mark. Legendary American talk show host Larry King dead at 87. We're certainly busy, behind the boom in overseas film and TV production. We owe a duty to advance Australia fair. Lights, camera, enter, the Trumpdashians. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Newswatch, stock market bulls brace for major gut check as earnings, Fed and GDP loom. Jeff Reeves' strength in numbers, 5 high-growth themes in the stock market ETFs that can deliver big gains in 2021. The New York Post, gamers threaten to defect to PlayStation after Xbox Live price hikes. 3 ways President Biden's proposed stimulus checks will be different from Trump's payments. Tax Watch, IRS says this tax season will be one of the nation's most important. Watch out for these key dates. Tax Watch, counting on a tax refund or stimulus check, 5 things to know before filing your taxes. President Biden removes key figure at National Labor Relations Board, union leaders rejoice. Tax Watch, IRS stands ready to send out 3rd round of stimulus checks and process tax returns. Tax Watch, 8 million people could have missed their $1,200 stimulus, Biden wants to fix that. There's been a threat of mass evictions, Biden plans to extend national eviction moratorium through September 2021. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Baker Hostetler picks up IP partner from Paulsonelli, Law 360. Acacia Research Corporation, ACTG, plunges 5.98% on January 22. Equities.com. Digital Health in Australia, 2021, Lexology. Critical and curious terms from the world of intellectual property, Luxembourg, Mondac News alerts. What is a patentable invention anyway, Lexology. Iancu leads pro-patentee legacy as USPTO Director, Law 360. The next headlines are from Quartz. Average yet confident, a comedian coined a Chinese equivalent to mansplaining. How anxious rats can tap into their inner chill rats, a lab lesson for professionals. 100 years later, the dystopian origin of the word robot still rings true. The never-ending evolution of the vice presidency. The making of our consumer culture. The time to solve the electric car's battery problem is now. What Dr. Martin's IPO journey says about London's financial future. Can you quit and file for unemployment if your workplace is unsafe about COVID-19? How African body markings were used to construct the idea of race in colonial Brazil. Watch, how to get re-engaged with work when morale is running low. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Gaming like it's 1925, last week to join the public domain game jam. Appeals court rejects Clearview's attempt to dodge a state lawsuit by trying to make it a federal case. Content moderation case study, Facebook targets misinformation spread by the Philippines government, 2020. Biden fires Steve Bannon protege, who tried to turn Voice of America into a new Breitbart. Turns out that Brexit means rotting pigs' heads, and losing an EU copyright exception. F tells Louisiana court satire is still protected speech even if the government doesn't get the joke. Daily Deal, Bit Degree Academy's online courses and practice exams. Court tosses RICO lawsuit demanding $90 million and the dissolution of Google for supposed anti-conservative bias. Amazon Ring app found to be, again, exposing user locations, home addresses. The esports industry grew, now it's time for it to grow up. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Kike Hernandez. Suns. Arsenal. FA Cup. Larry King. Hank Aaron COVID vaccine. Nets. Mega Millions. N95 mask. McGregor vs. Poirier. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. German right-wing AfD party goes to court ahead of reported designation as suspected extremist group. MyPillow got to get endorsement from Trump, best president in history, if he runs for governor of Minnesota. Rolling Stone will publish thought leaders who shape the future of the culture, if they pay thousands. Widespread arrests and dozens of police injured in pro-Navalny protests in Russia as organizers say more to come next weekend. Defensive David Beckham should let results speak for him at Inter Miami, moves based on who you know are nothing new in football. Hypocrisy is a tool of U.S. diplomacy, Russia slams Washington's claim about suppressing Navalny protests. It's going so much better. Evgenia Medvedeva on kissing puppies, her new food obsession and her return to fitness, video. A bit like royalty, Prince Harry mocked for condemning attack on democracy in U.S. Capitol. Welsh Tory leader caves in and resigns after flouting COVID-19 drinks ban. Deadly finish, Kazakh MMA fighter arrested over COVID controversy digs foe's grave before jumping in after brutal knockout, video. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Pentagon intelligence purchased troves of warrantless phone location data on Americans. Taiwan reports 13 incursions by Chinese Air Force in one day. Not the Onion, gender-neutral playing cards? Shortage of Greenwich homes triggers bidding war as New Yorkers flock to suburbs. Aid and comfort to the enemy, Speaker Pelosi ramps up attacks on Republican colleagues amidst calls for expulsions. Gross interference, Russia livid at U.S. Embassy posted times and locations of Navalny protests. 6 months for a regime change, why one strategist believes the market will crash in the second half of 2021. Lotto madness takes a toll on our culture. Europe scrambles to stretch COVID jab supplies as global cases near 100 millimeters, Hive updates. It was all a lie, Biden-linked WHO advisor says COVID-19 likely leaked from Wuhan lab. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. What is Alexei Navalny's endgame? Portugal to hold presidential election as COVID cases surge. Brazil begins rollout of 2 million COVID vaccines amid protests. South African chess giant Jonas Kawamwa dies aged 83. Macron says France will tighten laws on child sexual abuse. Should sporting events go ahead during the pandemic? UK doctors seek urgent review of gap between COVID vaccine doses. Spectre of conflict threatens the future of car sandfishers. Property damaged as Cyclone Eloise hits Mozambique's Beira. It is time to rethink international development cooperation. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Video, Maine veteran builds temporary housing for homeless veterans, we're keeping them alive. Exclusive, border states labor union gunman tied to Mexican president's party. GOP Senator rounds, can't link Keystone XL means oil just goes to China or is moved by more dangerous means of rail. Bernie Sanders, we cannot reach out to Republicans indefinitely. GOP Rep Waltz, looks like National Guard is becoming Nancy Pelosi's private police force. NH Governor Sununu, I pulled National Guard from DC so we weren't part of a broken system. Chicago reopens for limited indoor dining. Cotton, Trump moved out of the White House on Wednesday, but he is still living rent-free in the Democrats' heads. Report, Katie Couric Jeopardy, gig under threat after anti-GOP comments. Rand Paul, are they going to impeach Bernie Sanders for inciting the guy who shot Steve Scalise? The next headlines are from UPI News. Kentucky woman's $50 lottery prize turns into $100,000. Watch, airplane wheel crashes down in Chicago neighborhood. Watch, inventor unveils airbag jeans to protect motorcyclists in crashes. Watch, ultrasound photos left in leased car return to parents 2 years later. Oklahoma bill would establish a Bigfoot hunting season. Company seeking paid candiologists to taste test candy. Look, British company creates world's largest protein bar. Look, goats wander into Utah Elementary School. The next headlines are from odd, strange and bizarre things. 5 times GPS try to murder people. Childhood foods that are considered poverty foods. 4 weird but profitable business ideas you can start today. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Mom's mistakes lead to good kids who focus on others. UK prioritizes climate crisis by supporting sustainability in developing countries with $4 billion plan. Salmon spawning for the first time in 80 years in the upper Columbia River. Geologist finds rare formation inside rock that looks exactly like Cookie Monster on Sesame Street. Tribe in Panama wins landmark case granting them stewardship of 400,000 acres of pristine ancestral forests. TikTok users rally to design a better pill bottle for people with Parkinson's. Same technology behind Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine is leading researchers to possible breakthrough. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, January 23rd. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Woman calls police after missing out on McDonald's breakfast. Girl Scouts are boycotting cookie season in protest over palm oil concerns. They didn't feel it was right to do. Texas woman who took private jet to Capitol Hill riot seeks donations to cover her legal fees. Arab-Israeli man shot dead while returning from protest against violent crime. The ignominious deceits of Congressman Cawthorn. Representative Madison Cawthorn has misled the public about training for the Paralympics, just as he misrepresented his education and business history. GameStop stock halts trading after Reddit drama. Confused, jealous wife stabs husband after seeing her younger self in old photos. This dog waited 6 days outside hospital for owner to return. Carrying more than 50 kilograms of potatoes in West Australia is illegal. Haunted hotel where notorious unsolved murder took place for sale at $2 million. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. NASA delays Juno spacecraft retirement after detecting mysterious radio waves. Awful parking is the worst thing about escalators. Tier has a plan to fix it. If you're having problems with your home Wi-Fi network, this ASUS router might be your answer. This training package can get you started on a $120,000 a year career as a cloud architect. A closer look at the AI incident database of machine learning failures. Report, Apple may bring MagSafe and SD card slots back to MacBook. New physics theory postulates the existence of slabs, stupendously large black holes. Google search has a new mobile design, come spot the differences. A pansexual's perspective on Mass Effect 2's capitulation to Fox News. New robomorphic computing method aims to speed up slow-witted robots. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Crystal structures in super slow motion. NSAIDs might exacerbate or suppress COVID-19 depending on timing, mouse study suggests. PTSD linked to pandemic fears. Cargo delivery by polymers. Rhesus macaques develop promising immune response to SARS-CoV-2. COVID lockdown loneliness linked to more depressive symptoms in older adults. The next headlines are from Information Week. Okta CEO talks growing to serve the enterprise scene. 3 essential steps to exploit the full power of AI. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, January 23rd from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA invites media to next space station cargo launch with Northrop Grumman. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. How to support the Salt Lake Tribune. Coronavirus cases and COVID-19 deaths decrease, but hospitalizations remain high. Governor Cox defends Utah's COVID-19 vaccination response on CNN. Andy Larson, Shaq, Kenny and Charles have lost touch with today's NBA. Utah Capitol to reopen to the public Monday. Utah Senate panel advances bill to regulate government use of facial recognition technology. Gordon Monson, Utah benefited from Pac-12 Commissioner Larry Scott, almost nobody else did. Farhad Manjoo, finally, a president acknowledges white supremacy. Letter, NBA coverage in sports section of edition is lacking. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. SpaceX reschedules record-breaking launch with 143 satellites to Sunday. Chrome 88 released, removing Adobe Flash and FTP. How law enforcement gets around your smartphone's encryption. Report finds extremists did use Facebook to plan Capitol attack. Are experts underselling the effectiveness of COVID-19 vaccines? How DNS book attacks could poison DNS cache records. Facebook refers its Trump ban to its Supreme Court. Electric vehicles close to tipping point of mass adoption. Brad Cox, creator of Objective-C programming language, dies at 76. Twitter bots are a major source of climate disinformation. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Oprah Winfrey, Bill Clinton praise and mourn Larry King. Light wintry precipitation and a soaking rain in the forecast for the upcoming week. Chiefs Mafia making most of opportunity in Kansas City. Worker, boyfriend charged with daycare bomb threats. Enjoy Mardi Gras 2021 with a virtual shoebox float parade and Cajun cook-off. Larry King dead at 87. St. Louis scientists developing no-shot COVID-19 vaccine. Fox Files, St. Louis businesses forced to close over COVID violations going to State House to fight back. Have a $1 billion Mega Millions winning ticket? Here are tonight's numbers. Missouri National Guard opens first mass COVID-19 vaccine center. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Rain showers, snow arrives Saturday with heavier storms still to come. News Now, Larry King leaves behind decades-long broadcast legacy. Crews extinguished blaze at Ocean Beach Bar, man sought for taking firefighter equipment. Did the Facebook app force log you out, too? State Parole Board panel recommends parole for ex-Manson follower. FBI, 33 missing children found in SoCal operation. Carlsbad businesses not following health orders could lose outdoor permits. Just want to say thank you, First Lady Jill Biden delivers cookies to National Guard troops. County sees record high COVID-19 deaths with new vaccination sites set to open. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. TV, Mossad chief to meet Biden to lay out Israeli demands for rejoining Iran nuke deal. Samsung plans to spend up to $17 billion on chip-making factory in U.S., WSJ. Cypher spy cam can see enemy players before round starts on Ascent in Valorant. Esports. Cold War trader George Blake was flagged as un-British by Superior. You should start clearing cookies from your phone, here's how. Hugh Grant in talks for Guy Ritchie's new spy movie. Aggressive Latin panhandler accused of stalking, purse snatching. Behind the Westminster spy bill that could soon be harming independence cause. Hugh Grant in talks to star in Guy Ritchie's upcoming spy thriller. Virtual cover, buying insurance against cybercrimes gets simpler, but conditions apply. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Turkey unveils hybrid main battle tank. U.S. Navy enters Black Sea near Russia. Myanmar orders troubled Panzer S-1 air defense system. U.S. Army approves low-rate production of its new warfighter-centric mission command system. AIM prepares GEM 63XL rocket boosters to support U.S. Space Force security missions. And gets $155 M contract for space sensor to detect hypersonic missile threats. DARPA's air-recoverable Gremlins drone completes third test. German Bundeswehr awards contract to Iveco for 1,048 military trucks. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Chinese company criticized for sexist job ad asking only men to apply. Actress Zhang Shuang killed her career by abandoning her babies born to surrogate mothers in the U.S. MIT professors object to arrest of Chen Gang for failing to disclose China ties. 4 LGBTQ shorts currently streaming at the LA Chinese Film Festival. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, January 23, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. How to track your stimulus check with IRS tool. Stupid behavior, security camera captures woman posing on railway tracks for a photo. A year after Wuhan lockdown, a world still deep in crisis. First Lady Jill Biden delivers cookies to National Guard troops. One dead after bus bound for Grand Canyon rolls over. Power outage affecting 2,100 customers in Santa Clara due to arcing wires, fire. Food fixes that slow aging. Mega Millions, Michigan ticket wins third largest jackpot in U.S. history. Missouri girl inundated with phone calls from residents looking for vaccine. Is there life after death? Businessman offers nearly $1 million to find out. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. French leader tells child sex abuse victims we believe you. Packers elevate CB Williams to active roster for game day. Pope again cancels appearances due to nerve pain. Nelson Idota leads number 3 UConn over Georgetown 72.41. Suburban Cook, Chicago can resume limited indoor dining. Armed robbery Friday at Arlington Heights pawn shop. Round Lake okay's health benefits for former police officer who shot Grace Lake man. Former federal prosecutor says Urlacher pardon sent agents work up in smoke. Durban, Pritzker raised concerns over long-term care vaccinations. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Report, in Seattle, drivers keep these car, truck models longer than any other. Sec of State Kim Wyman endorses bill to add an affiliated option during presidential primaries. 7 names to watch in Seattle's wide-open 2021 mayoral race. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 53.42 km, in Papua New Guinea January 23, 2021, 1658 UTC, 300,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for tropical cyclone 1321, population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 424.62 km, in south of Fiji Islands January 23, 2021, 11:47 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Orange alert for tropical cyclone Alois 21, population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.398 million. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, January 23rd in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Massive Facebook logout kicks users off social media platform. Alleged Capitol rioter accused of threatening to assassinate Rep. Ocasio-Cortez. NFL giving free Super Bowl tickets to 7,500 health workers. Houston Astros player Alex Bregman is noticing his biggest fans' baseball moves. New Mexico man drives 8 hours to participate in Colorado Springs vaccine trial. Republican congressman with gun sets off House chamber metal detector installed after Capitol riot. Biden orders review of domestic violent extremism threat. 2,600 arrested at Russian protests demanding release of Putin critic Navalny. Houston Health Department says it's working to get vaccines to areas without access. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Moody, tape pace Arkansas in 92-71 win over Vanderbilt. From prisons to faded stars, all welcomed by Larry King. Mexican leader says Biden offers $4 billion for Central America. Syracuse dominates number 16 Virginia Tech in 78-60 win. Falcon Smith adds veteran Gary Emanuel, 3 more assistants. The following headlines are from the Gothamist. State sets up clinics in New York City Housing Authority buildings to encourage more black New Yorkers to get COVID-19 vaccine. We've what M. Hard, Hunts Point produce workers toast victory after approving contract. Coronavirus updates, state's positivity rate drops to 5.26% as vaccine supply remains scarce. Thanks to loophole, NYC public school students have unrestricted access to watching YouTube. Hunts Point produce workers reach tentative deal with company after nearly week-long strike. Extra, Joan Didion is slightly bored, but fine. Port Authority decides to build new bus terminal in footprint of current one. De Blasio blames pro-Trump insurrectionists for NYPD's crackdown on MLK Day march. Ranked choice voting is here, so be prepared. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. The next headlines are from Observer.com. The Museum of Chinese in America is bringing its archive to Google Arts and Culture. 27 Best Male Sex Toys, a guide to the most popular sex toys for men. India's rip-roaring Oscar entry Jallikattu captures the chaos of the soul. The best new movies and TV shows to stream right now. Google kills Moonshot Project Loon, a hot balloon version of SpaceX Starlink. Is Marvel's WandaVision a Mandalorian-sized ratings hit for Disney+? SpaceX's Saturday satellite rocket launch will make history. London plans to remove slave trade-linked statues, but the UK government might refuse. Why Godzilla vs. Kong may have been destined to disappoint without HBO Max. Prince William and Kate set up a new office in the Queen's Sandringham home. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Moderate earthquake, 5.1 mag was detected near Colombia in Colombia. Moderate earthquake, 5.5 mag was detected near Finschhofen in Papua New Guinea. Light earthquake 4.4 mag, 15 kilometers east by northeast of Zaridab, Armenia. Light earthquake, 4.8 mag has occurred near Iwaki in Japan. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag has occurred near Afinado in Japan. Moderate earthquake, 5.6 mag was detected near the Fiji Islands. Light earthquake, M4.5 quake has struck near San Antonio de los Cabos in Argentina. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag strikes near Bukittinggi in Indonesia. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag was detected near Croatia region. Moderate earthquake, M5.2 quake has struck near Finschhofen in Papua New Guinea. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Their hope for a brighter future inspires us all. President Biden refuses to make our climate crisis worse. Teach us how to become carpenters. South Sudanese want to shape their future. Protecting mental health of families in a pandemic. Q&A, why we must invest in educating children in crisis at Burkina Faso. Personal testimonies, pledges mark the start of the Fair Share to End Child Labor campaign. Biden's arms control ambitions are welcome, but delivering them will not be easy. With a warmongering president gone, is the world safe from nuclear brinkmanship? The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Microsoft files a patent to bring back dead loved ones as AI chatbots from their digital harvested data, having seemingly learned nothing from Black Mirror. Harsh lockdowns in UK failed to curtail COVID-19 infections. Experts warn civil rights fallout from COVID could be far worse than the pandemic itself. Right on cue for Biden, WHO admits high-cycle PCR tests produce COVID false positives. Farmer Gates, Biden swamp, I am open, new world next week. Democracy USA? No. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did CNN report that Antifa took responsibility for U.S. Capitol riot? Did Jay Leno marry a gorgeous husband? 2,100 arrested at protests demanding Navalny's release. Aloha shirt on Boogaloo's link symbol of peace to violence. Does a picture show Amanda Bynes now working in product support? Did JoJo Siwa come out as gay? Yes, this retro McDonald's in Oregon is real. Michigan Mega Millions ticket wins $1 billion jackpot. Did Barron Trump become an emancipated minor? My Pillow guy among the Trump acolytes picking up the torch. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Paul distorts CBO's estimate on impact of $15 minimum wage. Missing context on claim about Antifa.com. Viral video makes false and unsupported claims about vaccines. Phony Trump letter to Biden circulating online. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Inside the messy Disney love triangle dominating the pop charts. As if you needed a reason to spend more time in bed, parachute betting will make your bed your favorite place. Tens of thousands flood Moscow streets to protest Navalny's arrest. Larry King, the interviewer who talked to and married them all, dead at 87 after COVID diagnosis. Don't let cops use the insurrection to justify surveillance. This professor protested a school's racism, then he lost his job. Maduro is more powerful than ever as Venezuela collapses. The fossil hunters who went to war over dinosaur bones. Stalin's monsters resurrected in statues and public portraits in Putin's Russia. Bats, bear spray, and AR-15s, the terrifying arsenals of Capitol rioters. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Joe Biden clears out Trump loyalists from federal broadcast agency. Woman sought for breaking into Brooklyn school, NYPD. New York's COVID-19 vaccine well ran dry, but more doses trickle in. Kyrie Irving sends stern message with nets wobbling. COVID outbreak drives U.S. home sales to 14-year high. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Private space flight company soar while SLS remains grounded. A magnetor's flare just helped unlock the secrets of these strange stars. The sky this week, see January's wolf moon. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Atmospheric river means massive snow coming to the west. 25% of wild bee species have gone missing since the 1990s. Activists ask Biden administration for immediate action on climate change. Doctor responds to Biden's coronavirus response plan. Coronavirus vaccine shortages as U.S. sees second deadliest day of pandemic. Biden launches sweeping coronavirus action on vaccines and masks. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Archaeologists unearth Egyptian Queen's tomb, 13-foot Book of the Dead Scroll. National security risk, Rubio seeks declassification of UFO secrets. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Always so nice and friendly, Brooklyn man in Larry King's childhood home mourns death in the extended family. Sciatica to sideline Pope Francis from events, Vatican says. Bomb thrown at anti-gay church near Los Angeles, FBI. Roommate of missing Oklahoma woman found dismembered inside freezer charged with her murder. Beloved driver MR.G., who kept New Yorkers moving, dies at 83. First Black Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin, vows to keep country safe from enemies, from within. Sri Lanka Health Minister tries anti-COVID sorcery, tests positive. FBI rescues 33 missing children, including sex trafficking victims, as part of Operation Lost Angels in California. Minnesota man pleads guilty to setting fire inside police precinct amid George Floyd protests. Fauci tells MSNBC's Rachel Maddow he was blocked from going on show, says Trump administration rejected science. The following headlines are from military.com. Biden administration to review U.S. Taliban withdrawal deal. Montana governor orders guard back after they slept outdoors. Parole denied for former Marine wife convicted in husband's 1984 ambush murder. MnGuard's highest-ranking woman tapped for U.S. Army Cyber Center. Virginia group will recommend new name for Camp Pendleton. With border wall funding cut, new SecDef must decide whether to withdraw troops. Biden calls National Guard chief after troops briefly ordered to take breaks in garage. Biden signs executive order delaying VA debt collections. Biden has not spent a moment considering Air Force One's paid job, press sec says. In first message, new SecDef Lloyd Austin cites pandemic control as Department of Defense priority. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Indoor dining officially allowed back in Chicago, Cook County under COVID-19 restrictions, offering some restaurants a breath of fresh air. Drunken driver was nearly 6 times over legal limit in Vidam Park car crash that killed 12-year-old girl, prosecutors say. Coronavirus at Illinois long-term care facilities, 71,103 confirmed cases and 9,263 deaths. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers, here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. Man carjacked in Uptown after letting someone test drive his Lexus SUV, woman carjacked on South Side about same time, police say. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 1,636,775 doses delivered, 657,820 administered, average 26,666 given a day. Daily Illinois coronavirus graphs, 97 new deaths, 5,152 new confirmed and probable cases and 110,178 new test results. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, indoor dining officially allowed back in Chicago, Cook County, 5,152 new COVID-19 cases and 97 additional deaths reported Saturday. Minor injuries reported in CTAL train derailment early Saturday, slowing traffic on Kennedy Expressway, police say. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Endangered Siamese crocodile in rare sighting at Thai National Park. U of Louisiana Lafayette mini satellite zipping around Earth. New technique builds super hard metals from nanoparticles. Wet and wild, there's lots of water in the world's most explosive volcano. How did forelimb function change as vertebrates acquired limbs and move onto land? Climate and carbon cycle trends of the past 50 million years reconciled. Study examines how Clean Air Act affects municipal bond market. Experts call for more pragmatic approach to higher education teaching. World's aging big dams pose emerging risk, UN. Tiny particles that seed clouds can form from trace gases over open sea. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, January 23rd, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The Devonian extinction, a slow doom that swept our planet. Why is fish good for you? It's not because of omega-3s. Forget dieting, here's what really works to lose weight. Peak Bio Boost Review, Best Prebiotic Supplement Ingredients. Flat Belly Tonic Scam, fake Okinawa Flat Belly Tonic Recipe. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Hours after Du Bois trade, Blue Jackets beat Lightning 5-2. Media, Margaret Court set to receive top Australian award. Adamu scores 21 to carry Montana Street over and Arizona 58-53. Sharp, back at lead Tar Heels over North Carolina State 86-76. Kinsey carries Marshall over FIU 89-72. AP sources, USA basketball aimed 60 players in Olympic pool. Butler's 22 lead number 2 Baylor past Oklahoma State 81-66. San Jose Street tops New Mexico 83-71. Maryland gets another road upset, 63-49 versus number 17 Minnesota. Haas leads Mercer over VMI 83-80. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Body discovered near Tanitas Creek in San Mateo County. San Jose Sharks officially relocate first 2 home games to Arizona. Santa Clara County investigating hospital for offering Los Gatos teachers COVID-19 vaccine ahead of others. Pacific Grove caps food delivery fees, Monterey considers limit. The latest, Chicago opens restaurants, some bars with limits. Arcing wires and pole fire knock out power for 2,105 customers in Santa Clara. Marin County limiting COVID-19 vaccine to people 75 or older. Bay Area TV Sports, what to watch on Sunday Monday. Gilroy, 1 dead, 1 injured in early morning Highway 152 crash. 4 juveniles arrested in connection with Santa Cruz shooting. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Fire kills woman, teenage brother, injures 2 other relatives. Kentucky reports nearly 3,800 new COVID cases, 49 deaths. Hutchinson notes decline in new Arkansas coronavirus cases. 2 more plead guilty in fire at Minneapolis police station. Woman arrested in killing of 58-year-old man in Omaha. Police, black teens wrongly detained at Target in California. Hiker rescued after falling down cliff in Columbia Gorge. FAA employee already on FBI's radar among latest charged for storming Capitol. Barney Miller, Sanford & Son actor Gregory Sierra dies. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Forget Biden's bust of Cesar Chavez. Hunts Point strike is the bold labor action the country needs. Capitol attack was culmination of generations of far-right extremism. A Massachusetts Democrat pushed his party on its Alex Moore's handling. Getting called a male homosexual wasn't even the worst response. A reckoning over homophobia in the Democratic Party. Will bringing science back to the White House reinvigorate forensics reform? This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, January 23, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Navigating uncertainty, why we need decision theory during a pandemic. New variety of paintbrush lily developed by a novel plant tissue culture technique. Placental function can illuminate future disease in adults and children. CT identifies patients with high-risk non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Meta-Apo supports cheaper, quicker microbiome functional assessment. MRI helps unravel the mysteries of sleep. Scientists improve eye tracking technology in VR systems. A professor from RUDN University develops new liquid crystals. No more needles for diagnostic tests. UTC.mp4 proves potential for reducing preterm birth by treating fetus as patient. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 2,600 arrested at protests demanding Alexei Navalny's release. Jonathan Taves, Kirby Dax absences giving Dylan Strome chance to prove he belongs at center. Businesses burglarized in Logan Square, Wicker Park, Tri-Taylor. Larry King sings, farewell to the consummate pro as his classic American story comes to an end. Trump shuns ex-president's club and the feeling is mutual. $500K bail for man charged in Garfield Ridge crash that killed 12-year-old Oaklawn girl. Coronavirus Live blog, January 23, 2021, limited indoor dining cleared for Chicago bars, restaurants. Statewide coronavirus positivity rate dips below 5% for first time in 3 months as Chicago restaurants reopen. In first days, Biden flashes action as deep problems loom. Meet the Red Stars 2021 draft class. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. STL Company to host 80s live stream event featuring Bret Michaels, Lee DeFord and more. Rep. Andrew Koenig, critic of pandemic restrictions, has COVID-19. Missouri House Democrats criticized by staff over handling of ethics complaint. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Michigan's health director resigned after the state allowed restaurants to reopen. 12+ top sugar dating sites that actually work, successful dating 2021. The unfinished business of Flink's water crisis. Michigan allows restaurants to reopen for indoor dining, but top health director warns it's safer not to. FBI arrests Michigan man accused of beating police with hockey stick during Capitol siege. Airline mechanic plans to plead guilty in alleged plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer. UK coronavirus mutation found in 2 more people, all linked to University of Michigan. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, January 23, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, no man's land. Openings and closings, Flappy opens in Katy, Bistro 555 departs this month. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, a pop-up night market and Good Vibes Burgers. 3 things to know if the Texans try to trade Deshaun Watson. Houston Film Critics Society declares Nomadland Best Picture of 2020. Music Fest releases Cody Canada tribute performance album. The next headlines are about world records making news. Video, Mission Drag Racer scores first career win, sets world record, makes history in 2020, Chilliwack progress. So close, Jim Walmsley misses the 100K world record by 11 seconds, runnersworld.com. Jim Walmsley narrowly misses 100 kilometers world record, fast running. Professional track returns to UA with American Track League, Arkansas Razorbacks. Army Staff Sergeant sets new women's world record, WBKO. Goalkeeper's freak accident sets Guinness World Record, Yahoo Sport Australia. School record by Banks, sub-4 for Camboy Highlight Blue Pig Classic, Arkansas Razorbacks. Newport County keeper breaks world record with 96-meter goal against Cheltenham Town, ABC News. Weather Scrubs Transporter 1 debut of new SpaceX rideshare program, world record, NASA Jim Walmsley, Hayden Hooks going for 100 km world record at Project Carbon X2 in Arizona, Let'sRun.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Saturday's best deals, Razer accessories, Dyson Hot Plus Cool Air Purifier, Indoor Electric Fireplace, Yasuda Stationary Bike, Identity Guard Rolling Stamps, and more. Astronomers have spotted a weirdo Jupiter with a 4-day year. Stay cozy with up to 28% off a turbo-electric fireplace. Angry Reddit mob and short sellers clash over GameStop's ridiculous stock market jump. CenturyLink, Frontier failed to meet FCC deadline for rural broadband rollout. FTC fines ticket brokers $3.7 million in scalping settlement. Microsoft landed a patent to turn you into a chatbot. Amazon, if workers want a union so bad, they can attend a super spreader event. The 5 Facebook Messenger features you need to know. The ban is working. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nadi in Fiji at 118.22 degrees Fahrenheit or 47.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Durban in Russia at minus 71.68 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 57.6 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. DDoSers are abusing Microsoft RDP to make attacks more powerful. What's the technology behind a 5-minute charge battery? The art and science of boarding an airplane in a pandemic. SpaceX scrubs first attempt to launch 143 satellites, updated. This site posted every face from Parler's Capitol Hill insurrection videos. What happens to the brain on sudden impact? Egg yolks could hold the answer. Waymo CEO dismisses Tesla self-driving plan. This is not how it works. Blizzard absorbs acclaimed Activision studio as a dedicated support team, updated. Military intelligence buys location data instead of getting warrants, memo shows. Home alarm tech backdoored security cameras to spy on customers having sex. Next, announcements from the World Health Organization. COVAX announces new agreement, plans for first deliveries. GACVS COVID-19 Vaccine Safety Subcommittee meeting to review reports of deaths of very frail elderly individuals vaccinated with Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine, BNT162b2. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Watch, Arizona GOP calls for peace and calm after chaos erupts at meeting on Trump's insurrection. Congress should immediately subpoena Trump lawyer involved in Department of Justice coup scheme, ex-prosecutor. Exclusive, Sidney Powell and Mike Lindau may be in for a big surprise when they launch their super PAC. Jim Carrey bids adieu to her First Lady Melania Trump with brutal portrait. Capitol rioters' reasons for why they stormed Congress may come back to haunt Trump, report. Mar-a-Lago is a sad place since Trump moved and his members begin quitting, MSNBC guest. Trump speaks out from Florida for the first time since departing the White House. Michigan's longest-serving GOP House member censured by local party for Trump impeachment vote, report. Department of Justice considering letting some of the Capitol invaders walk without charges, report. My Pillow company now a dumpster fire that no brand wants to associate with, business expert. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Behold my daring prediction for 2021. Fauci is free and telling it like it is. Tens of thousands across Russia are protesting Alexei Navalny's arrest. Kevin McCarthy says everybody across this country is responsible for the Capitol insurrection. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, January 22nd update. Trump conspired to fire acting attorney general and force Georgia to overturn election results. China shows us how to handle Twitter nuisances. From the California Delta to Jakarta, the world's aquifers are collapsing. From our archives, a celebrity goes, oh, political. Josh Hawley is lying about his election stunt. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Around the remote, Chuck Barney's TV and streaming picks for January 24th to 30th, Winston-Salem Journal. These are the big books to read this winter, the Philadelphia Inquirer. Is this the first sign of intelligent life beyond Earth? Science Friday. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Balancing brain cell activity. Specialized sites within nerve cells are responsible for a rapid balancing of the amount of activity in the brain. Science Daily. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, January 23rd, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The next headlines are from OpenMinds.tv. Open Minds UFO Radio Newscast January 22nd, 2021. Special guest, Douglas Smythe. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. 2020, a year of UFO news almost too strange to believe. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, January 23rd, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on in, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.